ICE is at the forefront of making sure that we're rounding up all these individuals or attempting to locate the ones that did get in. You have one that with admitted ties to Hezbollah. We also arrested a former sniper from a hostile country who snuck into the United States. So those are the type of individuals we want to locate.
So you hear it there. That's Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons talking about the work his agency is doing, trying to find and apprehend Iranian nationals in the U.S., given concerns of potential sleeper cells here. And ICE has been busy. Federal sources telling Fox in the last week alone, ICE has arrested 130 Iranian nationals all across the United States. And ICE currently has 670 Iranian nationals in ICE detention. Now, we talk about some of those people who are detained right now. You just heard Todd Lyons explain some of it. This guy, a former Iranian Army sniper who had his military ID card on him at the time of his arrest. This guy, a former IRGC member with suspected ties to Hezbollah. This man had a gun in his waistband, and ICE says another one of them was a known or suspected terrorist. So they are going out and they're going into overdrive trying to track down these potential threats. For more on this, we want to bring in former Acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey. Jonathan, ICE is really cranking it up when it comes to finding these Iranians. Your thoughts?
Yeah, they're doing a great job, and Director Lyons and Tom Homan are doing a fantastic job focusing in and getting these people locked up and eventually removed because they see them as a danger. And it does show a drastic change, and unfortunately it's a change from the previous administration where they seem to put public safety and national security secondary to their open borders agenda. And I think you were reporting earlier there were 1,500 Iranians stopped during the Biden administration, and they let in over half of them. We also know that they let in 99 people that were stopped at the border. This is a Biden administration that were on the terror watch list, and they still let them into the country. So it's a shame that this administration, the current one, has to play cleanup for people that should have never been allowed in to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of work for ICE to do. Definitely want to get your thoughts on this other big story we've been talking about in regards to ICE. I'm sure you've seen it by now. The vice mayor of a city in Southern California, a city called Cudahy, went on social media, posted a video, then deleted it, in which she called for 18th Street and Florencia 13 gang members to defend their territory against ICE. Take a listen to this.
I want to know where all the cholos are at in Los Angeles. 18th Street, Florencia, where's the leadership at? They tag everything up, claiming hood. And now that your hood's being invaded by the biggest gang there is, it's everyone else who's not about the gang life that's out there protesting and speaking up. We're out there like fighting our turf, protecting our people. And like, where you at?
So that was Cynthia Gonzalez, and her attorney has now put out a statement defending her. She says in part, quote, Gonzalez issued a challenge to the Latino community. Join the thousands of Angelenos already peacefully organizing in response to ongoing enforcement actions. Gonzalez in no way encouraged anyone to engage in violence. Jonathan, a challenge to the Latino community. She directly appealed to Florencia and 18th Street and ended the video by saying to the leadership of those gangs, get your effing members in order and defend your turf. Your thoughts?
I would say as far as rhetoric, we are at a new low, and I didn't think we could get any lower after comparing ICE agents, many Democratic politicians comparing them to Nazis as a Gestapo. But this is really scary because I was a federal prosecutor for 17 years, and we would prosecute these gangs, 18th Street, and they were known for violence. And these gangs, their sole purpose is essentially to fight, kill, maim other gangs. So now they are saying ICE is basically a rival gang, and defending your turf means harm people that are on your turf, the rival gangs, ICE. This is unquestionably a call to violence. I don't know how you can interpret it any other way. And it is also shocking that I don't think there's a single Democrat politician that has come out against these statements. And just a couple weeks ago, they were talking about toning down the rhetoric, and this is what we got. But it's funny, her attorney's statement, I think, even makes things worse because it doesn't really take anything back. It just essentially lies about what she said. She said defend the turf against a rival gang being ICE. She didn't say take to peaceful protest against policies we disagree with. So the statement from the attorney is patently false, made things worse, but it really is just scary because these agents are putting their lives on the line. And just from your last the first part of this story talking about these terrorists or potential terrorists they're arresting. We need these ICE agents to be able to do their jobs to protect the public, protect national security, and instead they are putting them at greater danger. And on top of this, we have these instances of agents being doxxed and other stuff. So the danger of these agents is greater because of these politicians. It's a shocking new low. I hope people condemn it, but her statement just shows she's honestly just not going to condemn it, but just lie about what she said, even though it's on video. Truly shocking, unconscionable. Hopefully it's a new low, meaning it doesn't get any lower, but this is really awful.
Yeah, and the LA police union, understandably, isn't too happy about it. They said that both of these gangs have killed police officers in Los Angeles, including as recent as 2022 with Florencia 13. That police union is now calling for her to resign. But to your point, we haven't seen any elected Democrats in Southern California make a similar call to resign. What do you think about that? I mean, she is literally appealing to gang leadership.
It is shocking, but it shows how committed the Democratic Party is to this open borders amnesty agenda, because they are all seemingly 100% on board with it. And it's very interesting, as Trump has been more successful on this issue, as we've seen, and you report all the time about the border numbers being so low. Remember, Democrats during the campaign were saying they were for border security. I've heard nobody say congratulations to President Trump on securing the border, because it shows that was all a false narrative. They were never for a secure border, and the more successful he is at securing the border, at deporting illegal aliens that are criminals and put us at risk, the more they ratchet up their rhetoric and the more they fight against ICE. So it just shows where they are as a party, which is full-on open borders amnesty, and there's no wiggle room within the party right now on that, shamefully so.
Yeah, and I've been told by federal sources that Vice Mayor got a knock on the door from FBI last week, and she is under active federal investigation, so we will see where that goes. Jonathan Fahey, great to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.